Hi, I'm Luz DeBay, and I love to talk about movies 24/7. I've been fascinated with films as long as I can remember, and I upload weekly. Today I'm going to be talking about the musical remake Mean Girls 2024. It's about a girl named Cady Heron who moves from Africa to America. She starts high school, and she joins a clique called the Plastics. This movie stars Angourie Rice, Renee Rapp, Alila Carvalho, Jaquel Spivey, Advantica, B.B. Wood, Christopher Brinney, and many other great actors. Sorry if I butchered any of their names. I probably messed a lot of them up. This movie is directed by Samantha Jane and Arturo Perez Jr., and this movie is written by Tina Fey. All right, let's get started with the positives. I thought the directing of this movie was fantastic. These are first-time directors, and it definitely doesn't feel like that. This is a beautiful-looking movie, a lot of great shots. It was originally supposed to go to Paramount Plus, but I'm glad it didn't because this is a very theatrical and cinematic movie. It looks really good on the big screen. So the high praise for directing from beginning to the end. A beautiful looking movie. Also thought the acting was top notch, which I wasn't expecting to be honest. Because when I saw the trailer, I wasn't really like the casting or the jokes. I thought the trailer felt really flat. And it didn't even advertise it as a musical, which I thought was weird. But I knew it was a musical, but it didn't advertise it that way. But I was pleasantly surprised when I was watching the movie. I thought Angourie Rice was fantastic. Cady Heron, she did a really good job playing shy, timid girl and her slowly turning into a mean girl and a plastic. That transition was really good. And it almost works a little bit better than the original in some ways because all these girls are closer to the age of a teenager than the original movie. A lot of those actresses in the original movie were like late 20s or sometimes early 30s. But yeah, this movie sometimes feels a little bit more believable because they do actually feel like high schoolers because they are younger actresses. So yeah, Angourie Rice was a fantastic Cady Heron. I thought she did a really good job. But who surprised me the most was Renee Rapp. She was a really good Regina George. She was very intimidating and menacing and funny. You really bought into her character. She did a really good job. I was most surprised by her for sure. She's a really good Regina George. Um, a lot of these actors, it's hard to live up to the original, but they did a really good job, standing on their own. I thought all these actors held their own. It's hard not to compare to the original. The original cast was perfectly cast, amazing cast, but this is also a really good cast, to be honest. All did a really good job. I thought Christopher Brinney was really good as Aaron. I really like the friend characters played by Jaquel Spivey and Alua Carvalho. Like I said, I probably butchered their names. Very sorry, but they did a really good job. Um, Adventica and BB Wood did a great job as Karen and Gretchen. Yeah, so all the cast was really good. I thought they all did a fantastic job. Um, and this is a musical, so of course you got to talk about the songs. And I'm just gonna let you know I'm not a big musical fan. It's definitely probably my least favorite genre. But there's definitely a few I like La La Land and Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. But I'm a big Mean Girls fan. It's one of my favorite movies. So I definitely was curious to see what they could do with a remake. And honestly, the musical aspects, I actually liked the musical numbers and the production value. That was my favorite part. But the songs itself were completely just forgettable and not remember. I don't remember like a single song, maybe like a couple songs, but the songs are just not memorable and unforgettable. But I really like the dance numbers, the choreography, just how it was shot. That's what I was impressed with the musical aspect. The songs, they just weren't that compelling, and I just don't remember. And I didn't think wouldn't listen to any of them again. But I really liked how how they looked and how they were performed for sure. I also thought the flow and runtime was good. I think it might be just like a little bit longer than the original, because they do add a couple things, and of course the musical aspect is like padded the runtime a little bit. But yeah, I thought the runtime was solid. It wasn't too long. It wasn't too short. And the overall story, it's of course a really good story. It's almost, to be honest, almost a carbon copy of the original at times. It does use the exact same lines quite a bit. But they do add a lot of stuff I really liked. You know, this movie, the original Mean Girls was 20 years ago. So, but there's a lot of there's a lot that has changed in 20 years. So the high school dynamic does feel a lot different than the original, which I appreciated. And also they added some scenes I really like. I won't spoil what they added, but there's some stuff regarding Regina, um, or like some character arc stuff and some jokes towards the end. I really liked. I really like. I was like, yeah, that's even better than the original. Um, I just I overall yeah it is I was very surprised by this movie. I was expecting to come out kind of lukewarm on it. But I honestly enjoyed it. And that's coming from someone that doesn't like musicals, so that's definitely high praise. I really enjoyed it. I'd probably honestly watch it again. I thought the humor was also good. There's some jokes that are kind of ruined because they kind of like they don't want to. I guess I understand they just kind of don't want to offend anybody. They just want to cut. They had to cut some jokes out, but the stuff that they cut out, I don't think was that. Some of the stuff they cut out, some of the stuff they cut was probably offensive, which is understandable. Other things they cut, like certain words, I don't think was that offensive, and they're just kind of like censoring the actors and characters, and it makes it feel unbelievable. But I get it. They don't want to offend anybody, but certain lines that they changed, I didn't think need to be changed because they weren't all that offensive in my opinion. But yeah, but I did like some humorous moments they did add. And that the actors do land some of the humorous moments that they're replicating. So yeah, all that was very well done. Yeah, and I also like some of the emotional moments. That the ending is good, and the emotional moments definitely land. There's a really good emotional moment they added towards it. I really liked. That was an improvement over the original. So there were some scenes added I think were definitely improvement over original, which is very surprising, and I thought that they did a really good job with that. Um, as for negatives, like I said, it's kind of just like a carbon copy of their original at times. They just use the exact same line, so it doesn't feel like too originally unique. Like I said, the high school dynamic does feel different, but at the same time, they're just using like the exact same lines. So just like almost a lot of times like a shot for shot remake. Besides the musical aspects and some of the great scenes they added. So that's probably my biggest negative. It's like nothing entirely new. It just feel like Mean Girls, just like with kind of a new filter on it with a modern day setting. So yeah, I can't like say I love it because of that, because it's like it's nothing entirely new. But like I said, I did like some of the stuff they added. I really did. Um, and there's some jokes that didn't land. Like I said, there's some jokes that they kind of censored that kind of ruined the moment. I was like, that's not what they said in the original, and it just made it not funny, and just made it kind of unoriginal and just like kind of unbelievable, because that's not how high schoolers would talk nowadays. Like I said, like they don't want to offend anybody. I get it, but like I said, some of these things that they cut didn't need to be cut because it didn't feel like that big of a deal. But yeah, this was honestly a really solid movie. I was really surprised by it. Um, I would give it a B. A really solid musical. Like I said, I didn't love the songs, but I did love the choreography, and dance numbers, how everything looked. I thought the cast was absolutely phenomenal. They did a really good job. Um, you know, it's hard to the big boots to fill from the original cast. And like they obviously can't be touched. But this cast did a really good job, and I honestly thought some cast members were an improvement upon the original. Like the actress that plays Regina George's mom. I thought she was a better like version of the mom from the original. So yeah, so there is a couple characters I did like better that felt a little bit more real. So yeah, everybody did a great job. Just a really solid, fun movie. And definitely see it on the big screen if you're a Mean Girls fan. It's very, like I said, very theatrical, very cinematic. Very solid movie. It's just a beautiful looking movie. And I would also see in Dolby. I saw it in Dolby, so I recommend anything music related in Dolby, because it was definitely worth seeing Dolby for sure. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. Um, and I will be doing a ranking of the Mean Girls movies within the next couple days. Thank you guys so much for watching this video again. I really do appreciate it. You guys have a wonderful day and take care. Bye.